So this is the first time I have a previous guest on the podcast. It is my utmost gargantuan pleasure to have this legend back on, to catch up on him, going from his Flesh tuber career to his VTuber career. We're gonna talk everything that happened during that year, because a lot has happened. I know, like, he's traveled a lot. His streams have changed a lot. Like, there's been a lot of stream teams that he's been a part of. We're gonna talk a lot about them, but all I can sum this up with, one word: is amazing sausage. Well, amazing sausage. Please welcome the amazing, the wonderful, I'm speechless to say any more words, LeftClickToHit. Welcome back.
An absolute pleasure. Thank you so much, man. It's always a joy to chat to you, dude.
Of course.
I mean, you're right. It's been a wild ride.
Oh yeah.
Where do you start? Do you have any particular area you want me to talk about? First point of call?
I don't know that. I'm not going to go through like how you got your name and everything, because that's a cliche. Like, we've already talked about it in the previous one. But I'm going to say, like, as a start, how are you doing today?
Oh, freaking fantastic. I got coffee in hand and a bit of tea. I got 2 drinks in hand, basically. Dual wielding tea. It's an absolute ride of a Saturday morning.
Wait, what's dual wielding?
Dual wielding is in, like, one cup in each hand.
Oh.
So, ready to sip from tea, ready to sip from coffee. It's a bit of a D&D, like a Dungeons and Dragons, like, role-playing reference where you can, like, hold 2 weapons at once.
I thought you had, like, 2 conjoined mugs and you're sipping one and then dropping the other on you.
That's a great idea, actually. You should patent that. You should get 2 cups glued together, double the tea, double the drink.
I mean, I don't recommend that, because you'd be drinking one and dropping the other on yourself.
That's true. But you know what? If you're fast, you can try and get both. It's a mini game.
With a straw. You can.
Well, there you go. So you're a problem solver, Blue. You're a problem solver. What can I say?
I've had a lot of, like, genius ideas, and I regret not writing them down, because I think I had, like, the idea of, like, that Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
I had the idea of, like, adding, probably, like, making a pen or a pencil as a Swiss Army knife, but, like, remove the sharp things. Like, it could have a scissor, it could have, like, a hammer, for example, if you're, like, working in a wood factory or something. It could be useful.
I love the thought that you went from, I'm going to remove all the sharp things, and the first thing you said was, and scissors. Like, dude, that's also quite sharp.
They can be like those Hello Kitty scissors,
That's true. You're right. And the hammer is pretty good too. Like, we'll put in everything except the blade, but we'll say nothing is sharp, okay? But It doesn't mean it can't hurt the person or someone else, but we'll just say part of a marketing campaign.
It can be a chopstick scissor.
That's true. That'd be cool. That'd be not bad, actually. Like a pincer, like you squish it and it cuts the paper. Not a bad idea.
Oh yeah. But since the last time you were on, which you probably were, like, episode 4, I think, or 3, that's a long while ago. Now you're on episode 110.
Wow. Great, googly moogly.
Yes.
Congratulations, that's a feat.
Thank you. I had plans to have you on episode 111 because 111, but it's fine. The turns have tabled.
The turns have tabled.
Yes, but tell me, what has changed since last year? Like, where have you gone to? Where have you traveled to? What foods have you had? Tell me everything.
Oh, goodness. So we went to Japan for about a month, a year and a bit ago, or a year ago rather. And we traveled to, I think, 7 different locations from the middle of Japan up to the north part of Japan. So we went from, like, luscious forests and like, I won't say jungles, but, like, forests and trees and beautiful gardens and wonderful, I would say, like, small towns. You can kind of walk around, there'd be no one around, and then out of nowhere, there'd be this hustle and bustle of people. In Japan, it kind of can be like that. And then we traveled all the way to the northern part of Japan, where we were kind of staying at, I think, Aomori, which is like a fishing town. And that was like day and night for when it comes to the kinds of people that are there, the kind of welcome that you get as well, and the kind of infrastructure that's there.
Yeah.
It changes a lot.
Oh, yeah.
In the central part of Japan.
I've been watching like a lot of videos about Japan. Like I'll send you some shorts if I ever stumble upon them. But like I've seen a short today that says literally like Japan is years, even light years ahead of us. Like they have, that bug spray?
Yeah.
They have bug patches. Like you put a patch on your shoulder or on your clothes and it repels bugs, for example. They have like dispensers, like dispensing machines that like can dispense a specific type. Like if you want to mix sodas, they can make it into a bottle for you. They have a lot of innovative things. I want to go to Japan someday.
They have. Have you ever been? You've never been to Japan? I really recommend it. It's an absolute joy. At the moment, it's gotten a bit of not Japan, but tourists have gotten a bad rap because a lot of them IRL streamers have caused a lot of problems with the Japanese populace at the moment. So I mean, look, it's not gonna ruin your trip, but just be aware of maybe if you're gonna be adventurous. Just be extra courteous. I'm not saying you wouldn't, but other people out there listening or wondering if we should go to Japan or not, definitely go. Just be aware of your actions because they're sort of watching closely for tourists misbehaving, put simply. But Japan is light years ahead in a lot of ways, particularly around like transport. So we were able to travel without even sort of stressing at all. We used Google Maps and went from one location to the next using the Shinkansen, which is like a bullet train.
Oh
and
my
they're
God.
so fast. Yeah. Bullet trains are like they're traveling at crazy speeds.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I think it's like 300k, but I could be wrong. But it's so quick that you sit down and before you know it, you got to stand up again. And there's other parts where you're traveling across the country in 3 hours, and you get to see the entirety of the coastline of Japan. It's just gorgeous. So there's not. The way Japan is organized and structured, it facilitates almost like the best experience everywhere you go.
Yeah.
I haven't had any sort of negative experiences. I remember my first trip to Japan. I've been there 5 times over the course of my past 10 years. And every time we come back from Japan, we always want to go back. Aside from the food scene, the people are so welcoming. They're so kind. You get different kinds of people, as I mentioned. So Amore was the fishing town. That was way more reserved, super quiet, right? You wouldn't see, it's about 9 o'clock and there's no one on the streets. And you go anywhere else in Japan, like even like Akita or Ginzan, they've got people kind of the hustle and bustle that never stops. Of course, Tokyo is like the place to be when it comes to busyness, but I thought I'd mention some maybe some places that not many people do know about that are still as busy that you should visit.
Yeah, I know Kyoto.
I
think Kyoto.
Kyoto's great. Oh, Kyoto's fantastic. That is stunning.
Have you toured all of Japan, or have you been to like specific cities every time or something?
We change every time we go there. So we've done the classic like the Hiroshima and Kyoto and Tokyo, and I think we did Hokkaido for a bit, like a little stint in Hokkaido, and then Nikko was really good. Nikko was the first place we landed in for our last trip. And so to answer your question, we've kind of gone everywhere, but there is still so much part of Japan to explore. Even the rural places are just awesome. Like we went off the beaten path in a way, and we just walked for like 2 hours. So we just kept walking till we sort of either hit the coast or we hit some kind of landmark or a temple, and we just sit there and we grab some food or try and talk to the people that are there. And the more you go out to these rural areas, obviously the less English there is. So it's on us to sort of bridge the gap. So what I would do is I bring up my phone and I would talk into my phone and get Google to translate. And I would try and pronounce it in the Japanese language because it writes it in English. So you can sort of communicate. Then you press the button after you've said it, and then you let them talk. And then basically it translates for you. And we had a really good conversation with a couple at a temple. We were able to order our food at a non-English speaking rural area, like up in the mountains. So like technology bridges the gap. I mean, you know me, right, Blue? Like I'm everything AI. I'm everything connected to tech. I'm basically tech dependent.
Same here. I'm a lot. I depend kind of some sort of way, like music-wise mostly, and I'm more
yeah.
than ready to depend on AI. Because I need to send you the covers I've made. I think I made Mr. Krabs
Please.
sing "You're Too Sweet" for me, like "You're Too Sweet," and I made I made what's his name, Squidward sing "I Could Buy Myself Flowers."
I think I have heard that one. I like that one. I like that one.
Yes,
but please send them through.
I need to find the Mr. Krabs one.
That sounds like fun. But yeah, like Japan is the trip we did last year. And then we went to Singapore as well for about a week and a bit.
Yeah.
You can explore Singapore in a week.
And
like,
now
easily.
you know someone from Japan, by the way, next time you visit.
I do?
Yeah, Serenade.
Oh, yes, I do. Yeah, it clicked. The wonderful sausages that I played Grounded 2 with.
Yes.
What a legend. I've got to hit him up, actually.
He's from America, but he lives in Japan. He's really an awesome dude.
Yes. Yeah, he sounds super nice, super chill. I do want to jam with him, actually. Play some more games. Because our time zones also align really well. So I've got to ping him for some DBD or for some Grounded. Or any other cooperative game, actually, like Paranormal Cleaners or Phasma. There's so many games to play, man.
Oh, yeah.
Not enough time.
He's more into, I think he's more into JRPGs.
Okay. Not my forte, but I would watch them.
Yeah.
So, or if it's cooperative play, I'll try and play with him.
Yeah.
But he seems super chill though. Blue, like he seems like he's someone that wouldn't mind playing anything, to be honest.
I met him from a friend that friend I met through another friend. So Delicate, shout out to you, Delicate. I don't know if you're gonna hear. I don't think she's gonna hear, but shout out to you, Delicate. She introduced us. She guided the raid to me one day, and then we became friends ever since.
Yeah, that's the best kind of connections, right? The organic.
Yeah, networking.
Yeah,
exactly.
And when it comes to Singapore, have you been to Singapore before?
I have never been outside of Europe. Like mostly my trips were Cyprus, which is 30 minutes by plane from us. I've been to Turkey twice, and I've been to Ukraine. I should have been to the UK this year, but they rejected my visa.
Yeah, I remember you saying, how's that progressing? Is that is it going anywhere? Or?
I gave up.
Okay.
On that.
Because you have family down in the US, right?
Not the US, the UK. The UK.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
the
no
UK.
worries, no worries. No, but like I do have family in the UK because Dad's distant cousin, apparently they reconnected recently, and she is like loaded, like filthy rich. She could probably, I heard him say that she has anything or something to do with the government. So she might be related to, or not to it, but like knows someone from the government. So that might facilitate it. But also like this year I gave up. I might save up. Now I'm saving up for a Switch 2, but like I might try and save up even more for next year. Probably try my hand at either Finland, probably Australia. I don't know how Australia is going to work. But maybe the UK, so I'll see.
You have to make a good call on which side of Australia you want to visit. If you get a chance to visit WA, definitely tell me, because I'll take you around.
Oh yeah,
at least on the weekend at the very least. So
I might land in WA first, but
it's cruisy here. It's relaxing. It's a Chillsville.
I know how big Australia is, but I also want to take time, because if I'm gonna travel from, let's say, east to west, it's probably going to take me days, and I don't want to waste my time, because I'll be there for 2 weeks. Correct.
Yeah, it's 4 hours to go from Perth to, like, say, to Melbourne, I think, 4 or 5 hours by plane. So, or if you want to be feeling really game, I wouldn't recommend it though, Blue, is drive it. Like, do a road trip from WA to the east. Just bring water. Just talk to me about it so I can prepare you if you ever want to do that, because I can give you what you have to plan for.
Yeah.
But you'll see camels, kangaroos, rabbits. You'll meet people that you'll never imagine that exist.
Oh my God.
And the kind of characters out there in the sticks is something else, man.
And the big tarantulas. Oh my God, no.
Oh, that's nothing. Don't worry. Spiders and stuff here aren't that bad. But I guess I'm sort of biased because I'm used to it. Like, I'll pick a spider up with my hands. So, like, as long as it's not, obviously poison. It's like huntsman. You can pick up huntsman. They'll bite you, but it's just a rash. That's it. Like, it's not the end of the world. There are a couple of, like, redbacks are pretty dangerous here, but they're only deadly if you're allergic. We have wasps here, but again, if you're allergic, they're only dangerous. So you won't know though until you're bitten, which is a problem. So wouldn't experiment with what I'm doing. But I've been stung and bitten by all of them, so you get used to it. It's fine.
What's the most interesting meal or dish you've tried? Not necessarily in Japan, but like during your trips during this year?
Wow. Okay. Holy smokes. The most interesting meal would have been a crab infused and crab kind of like confit spaghetti at a pasta/Italian place in Japan, and it was at a random junction. Had this like 300-year-old Italian/Japanese restaurant that we walked in, and they give you like the spaghetti you order, obviously, right? But they have like 30 different types of spaghetti and like pasta type, like tortellini and fettuccine, angel hair, whatever you want. And they bring around like custom-made breads with custom oil just for you, like dukkha, essentially, right? And they basically just they kind of let you customize every part of your dish. That is the most interesting dish that I've had in Japan. And Japan being Japan, it has like a plethora of different meals you can have. The next one from that would be I went to specifically an eel restaurant, and we were the youngest couple there. Everyone else was like about 20 or 30 years our senior. We definitely did not blend in. So, and one more. Well, okay, this will be the showstopper. Okay. The biggest one we love our steak, right? And Japan has like Wagyu steak as their specialty. And each place does their steak in a particular manner. And they have steak houses. So long story short, we went to the steakhouse and it was raining. We were dressed up in our backpack gear. So you can imagine like, hoodie, jeans, right? And we found this like 5-star restaurant, and it was like extremely fancy. We walked in at the entrance. The customer service person, I guess like the entrance guard, was like, "Are you sure like you're okay to pay the price?"
Oh my god! When you said guards, I imagine like the Buckingham Palace guards, where you can poke them, pester them, and they wouldn't flinch.
Yeah. Well, these guys were sort of very stoic, and then they let us through, but like begrudgingly. We had, like I said, we were like disheveled. We'd been through the storm. It's raining, so we walk everywhere. So we get there. And they're like, "Are you sure you want to like?" It looks at the menu. Are you comfortable? I'm like, "Yeah, it's fine. It's fine." We saved up for a reason, right? We saved up for a reason to enjoy ourselves. We went down there. I won't bore you with what we ate, right? But the food there was like colossal. You get like 3 different types of meat cuts, and you get to choose your grade, and it goes through everything. They even put like a dessert that catches on fire, and they check with you on every meal that you're having. They rate it, and it's just bonkers. It even has USB ports where you're eating, so you can chat and recharge your phone and do all sorts of stuff. Anyway, at the end of the meal, we went outside, and it's bucketing. It's like literally you can't even see in front of you. And we're like, how the hell are we going to get back to our hotel, right? And the train station, we have no idea where it is. The customer service dude, like the service person, came up and was like, "Do you mind if we like offer you a ride back home?" And I'm like, "What are you saying? Like, what do you mean? Like, we will take you home." I'm like, "You're kidding me." And he said, "Sure," which is, I thought like, this is how it ends, guys. Like, this is how it ends. I'm going to be kidnapped. Me and my other lady are going to be kidnapped and taken somewhere. But we had no other option besides wait for hours. And in Japan, the rain won't stop for like hours and hours and hours. So we'll be freezing out there. So the guy literally reverses the massive van, like I call it, like, the hostage van, right, all the way back up to the entrance of the restaurant. And we literally walked from door to car, and they take us all the way back home. It was absurd. And, we didn't obviously pay anything extra. Let me just say, it was expensive. Like, the food was expensive, but they just included it as part of the package. And they drove us home. So interesting meal would be Japan again for the Italian pasta. Interesting, the best experience, again, Japan for the steakhouse where they drove us home after eating our meal.
That's
crazy. Yeah,
I've read
Japan is something else, man.
I've read somewhere in the past that they have like, no, that's China. Never mind, that's China. Because I know somewhere that they have a festival where they eat dogs and cats.
Oh no, that wouldn't be Japan, but it probably would be China.
Yeah.
Because it's different perspective over, like, culturally different in China, right? So
yeah.
And that would I'm not sure where that would stem from, but I'm sure it would stem from some kind of event that took place or out of necessity. But Japan is definitely different. Like, if you ever had eel before, Blue, I recommend it.
I think I've had eel in sushi.
Yes. So they've got specialty eel places. I'm trying to remember. I think it was Ginza or Ginzan. I can't remember where it was at. But they have this like a restaurant building, and we went every floor, different restaurants.
Yeah.
And they have an eel specialty place, and I recommend going there. It's about $30 for a meal, like the basic meal, but you get like a wall of eel. And I love eel so much. Much.
So,
over here in Australia, it's expensive.
I googled it. It's called the Yulin Dog Meat Festival, or Lychee and Dog Meat Festival. It is an annual festival held in Yulin, China. During the summer solstice from 21st of June to the 30th of June, in which festival observers consume dog meat accompanied by lychees or other plants. The picture looks horrifying.
Yeah, I can imagine. It would look terrifying.
Yeah.
But look, different culture, right? Different culture. I can't I can't
get terrified with
obviously,
me. Get terrified with me.
I've seen it. But it's kind of like the only bad thing about this in my eyes from a Western perspective, right, would be just the treatment of the doggos.
Yeah.
But that's, what can you do, right? And that's also, it's different culture, different experiences.
Yeah.
Obviously wouldn't condone it here, but when in Rome, that's the way it is. Would you ever try dog meat? I probably would not.
I would never.
Yeah, a couple of things I wouldn't try. I wouldn't try that. So, just because of the treatment, right?
I know some countries eat horse meat. I would try horse meat, but I don't know.
I think the horse meat is garnered in a different way, so it's not sort of grown for consumption. I know of. I think if a horse is put down, they put that meat towards, I guess they then treat that meat for human consumption. I think that's how it works. I'm not au fait with it though, unfortunately. But yeah. I think it'd be good to witness a festival like that though. But I wouldn't partake in consuming it, if that makes sense.
I wouldn't even want to be close to it or even witness it.
Well, you can't stop it, but you can at least observe. But yeah. It is interesting though. Japan, I don't think it's got anything. I think that Japan's got like a festival for like the penis festival. So there's that. So
the what?
But I was the penis festival, like a celebration of like fertility and they I think that's what it is. Yeah, I can't remember. Vaguely remember seeing it around, but they have like a gigantic wooden like penis and they carry it through the streets and it's something else, man. But that's fun and that's hilarious. So that's something to experience in Japan.
Okay.
When I was there, they had like
You're making me want to go visit Japan.
even more. Yes. Japan is a wacky place in all the right ways. Look, you can just walk around Japan in like an hour's time. You'll find something that takes your interest, at least, let alone 15 minutes. Everything is within like a short walk away for something fun and strange and cool to do. I say strange in the best way. Like, it's strange in a sense that we haven't experienced there. Like, arcades in Japan, arcades are crazy. Like day and night to Australia. And I got to play a couple of the new arcade machines that don't even hit Australia or any other part of the world months in advance by going there. But for me, it's nature and also art. If you're a big fan of art and museums, go to Japan. I ended up walking in on one of these school art festivals in a way. Like, they had a massive sports, like a gym, right? Sports arena, or it's not sports arena, but sports place. So what do we call it? Like a hall. And they had all the calligraphy by students there. They had all these artists, local artists and students there. And I remember putting on the shoes and they didn't have a size for me, right? Because I'm not tall, but I'm not small, like short. And the shoe size wouldn't fit. So I put the shoes on and I moved like 2 steps and almost like face plant on the ground with all the Japanese students losing it laughing. That was the best way to break the ice. I tell you right now. Do something dumb or silly, and it's just the best way to get get endearment from the Japanese people. Just be humble. So we walked in laughing, and we had a look at all the different sculptures. The Japanese are so talented, so talented. But I could waffle on and on about Japan. Trust me, I could. It's a great place. I've been there 5 times.
Wow.
There's a reason why I keep going back. Yeah, there's a reason why I keep going back. And I met my little lady there anyway. So my wife's not Japanese, Australian, but I met her as a one-off trip, like as a one-off decision. I went down. I'm like, you know what? I'll go with you, buddy. My best friend said, let's go to Japan. I've got 4 other women coming with us. Do you want to go? And I'm like, yep, sign me up. You only live once. And that was the best decision of my life.
Nice.
So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I got more stories, but I won't bog you down in that one.
It's fine. It's fine.
Massive.
Let's go back to Twitch a bit. Let's talk about that, like some sort of, let's not call it an overhaul or a rebrand, but what made
that transition?
Yeah, what made you switch from like having a face cam to a VTuber?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, I get, as you can imagine, a fair bit. The main Twitch was initially, I was preparing to jam a lamb with a friend of mine to get their sort of like kind of join them on their Twitch adventure. They're just starting out, of which is starting next week, which is kind of crazy. Big shout out to Haley. You know Haley, of course. For next Monday, Miss Hayes.
I think she told me she was going to start in May, but apparently I think life happened.
Yes. I hadn't had a chance to hear from her for a bit. So what happened was, that's kind of coincides well with my explanation. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to join her on that adventure, right? So I'm going to give her a helping hand, in a sense, like, you know, collaborate with her as a Twitch VTuber as well, because she's a VTuber, right? She wants to be. So I want to not make her feel sort of, I don't know, different from myself as a flesh tuber. And I thought I would go along with the bandwagon and join her as a big one-up and a high five to say, look, I'm a VTuber now with you, to make you feel even more comfortable.
Yeah.
Right. That was the main thing, to help her feel comfortable and you know, hit the ground running. And then when that time frame sort of elapsed and they weren't able to sort of, you know, make that time frame, I said, you know what, I've got it. I've tweaked it. I've got everything set up. Let's see what it's like. And I loved it so much because fundamentally, the amount of time put into the snap cam and the camera it can be a little or it can be a lot depending on how much I'm trying to run. And 2, it's really intense on the PC. It sometimes causes problems with games as well. So as much as I do love it, it can be problematic. And the VTuber is a lot more consistent, but also it lets me do more actions and add more things to my character than I would otherwise need for Snapcam. So to put it in perspective, Blue, Snapcam is awesome. It's fantastic. However, it's finite. So people are not making more Snapcam, I guess, cams or Snapcam filters. Or lenses, they call them lenses, right? So there's a limited amount of what I can do with that. So it is great, but I've got a limited selection. So if what I want isn't there, I can't do it. So that's one reason. The second one is with VTubing, it's the flip side outcome where I can go in and I can create a VTuber asset, or I can pay an artist to create that for me, and my entire look will change, right? So as far as flexibility and future-proofing and creating content goes, I can just wake up one morning, go into Photoshop, or I can go into GPT and I can make an asset and implement it immediately. With Snapcam, I can't do that. I'm totally reliant on whatever exists out there. So that's one perspective. So that's from a content creation perspective. And the other one is connectivity seems to be unique. So a lot of my older Twitch chat friendos miss my face, which is very flattering. I'm blessed, but that's not going to go anywhere anyway. Eventually, I'll swap it up and join people in the flesh. But that's kind of like you also meet a different crowd and connect to people differently as a VTuber, which I found really fascinating. So part of me enjoyed it enjoys it because the way you connect is different. So you either build a character or persona, or you say as yourself, and then you impart your character like into the VTuber. So they're still liking you, but it's just a different way to connect. And some people find it less intimidating as well when you meet someone like on a VTuber way, like VTuber view opposed to in the flesh view. And people often make judgment calls on you quite quickly when you're in the flesh. So there are a lot of ups and downs. Not that those were major factors. The biggest factor for me, Blue, was giving comfort to my friend who wanted to start VTubing. So to answer your question, that's how it all began. And that's the reason why I moved to VTubing initially and then, perpetually.
Because I thought, like, at some point I remember that you said that you have, I don't know, like you were sick at some point and
you mean like as in I was ill and couldn't go on screen?
Yeah, like I remember you saying that at some point.
Yeah, I got really ill at one point and I had a choice to go on, like, to use the camera, and I was like in a bad way, like my face is all red, messed up, and crazy skin issue. That's just because of being sick, right?
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what? I'll just hop onto like online with the VTube asset and just chat to friends and see how we go. And that like I didn't have to rely on that physicality, but the VTuber lets me kind of create that, not that barrier, it kind of creates that view.
Feels weird hearing you say that you're a VTuber now. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's I guess it's my new persona. I think that's also the factor as well. Like, you want to keep change fresh. So, you don't always want to be in that. Well, you can if it works, right? But being flexible is important too, and trying different things, not being afraid to try, not being afraid to lose people that, miss that view. They'll come back. It's just a matter of time. It's not a matter of like losing someone for forever.
No, yeah. I know, but like, have you thought about doing like redemptions or like maybe doing face cam for just like one-time streams, like for example your birthday stream? I know your birthday is coming up in November, and you could
you got a good memory.
Yeah, you could probably. I forgot the day, but like you could probably maybe do like just a birthday stream with face cam on that day, like events or something. Yeah,
I could do like a week's worth of, like a whole week of streaming with my in the flesh on the 15th. Provided nothing else is going on at the moment, because work's been flat. I've been flat tack at work, but that doesn't mean anything in the sense. But it's more about setting it up and getting it done. I got to rejig the Snapcam camera, which is easy, to be honest. I've got it still here. But yeah, it's a good idea. I plan on kind of coming back as in the flesh left for a period of time and then bouncing back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. All right. So this is it for like first segment. I will do the new segment with you, which is called Truth Serum.
Yep.
Basically, in this segment, let me pull it up. So in this segment, Left and I will be playing something similar to Never Have I Ever, with a twist at the end. Mm-hmm. The rules are simple. I will ask 10 rapid questions. You have to say I have or I have not, depending on whether or not you have done what's in the question.
Okay, great.
But here's the catch. At the end, you have to confess something you've done on Twitch or IRL. It's up to you. That you regret. It can be something you've either confessed about before, or it could be the first time you're confessing about it that you regret it, like letting it out of your system.
Oh, okay. I have to think about what that would be.
Yeah.
What would I regret? I don't have any regret. Regret?
Anything.
I'll try and think of. Yeah, I obviously don't want to lie, so like I don't. There's no need to lie. I think it could be. Oh, it's a tough one. I keep thinking of reaching out to people. That's probably something like I want to work on.
Oh yeah.
Reaching out more to friends. That's probably what I would regret.
Leave
spending more time. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's save it for the end.
Okay. Yeah. Got it. Okay.
First one. The first question is: have you ever stolen something?
I have not.
Have you ever eaten something off the floor?
Yes, I have.
Have you ever lied about something and then got called out for it?
Yes, I have.
Have you ever cheated on someone? Doesn't have to be a lover.
No, I have not. Nope,
Okay.
I have not. Never.
Have you ever hurt someone? Can be either physically or virtually, like being toxic.
Oh,
or something?
yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm human.
I've seen you on DVD too.
yeah, true.
Okay.
Yeah, TV's League of Legends, yeah.
Oh, you play League? I didn't know that.
No, I used to, man, until they brought out the Vanguard bit, and I don't like the
yeah.
Vanguard root kit connection. Yeah. And
I
10 years, man.
I'm probably gonna get it on laptop because it doesn't let me play on what's it called? It doesn't let me play on Windows 11. It's only supported up until Windows 10. Yeah.
What?
And
Really?
they asked me
oh my
to
god,
go
I didn't know that.
into my BIOS and
Nope.
enable like something called TPM 2.0.
Oh, TPM, yeah, that's basically that should be on usually default. I think it's like a trust thing, like a Windows. Yeah. That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah,
but I don't like the fact that they ask you to do that and they have control over your computer and they can see what you're doing. And I don't like that kind of controller. It's not fun.
Yeah.
I walked away from 10 years of League of Legends.
Yeah. All right. So, have you ever borrowed something and broke it?
Yeah. Yes.
Have you ever been kicked out of a place?
No, I have not.
Have you ever taken drugs?
No, I have not.
Have you ever drunk texted someone?
No, I have not.
Have you ever had a pet and then gave it away?
No, I have not. No.
Okay, so these are the 10 questions. Confessional time. I would like to hear a confession from you about, as we said, something very bad that you've done, whether it's online or on Twitch or social media or IRL, that you regret so much and wish you've never done.
I think mine's pretty simple, Blue. Mine would probably be, you remind me of League of Legends, right? So I was having in a match, and I remember one of my opponents was like having a hard time. And I mean, I look back on it and laugh, but maybe it's not that funny. I was basically berating them via text, commenting on their gameplay style. And I do regret sort of being that toxic. And they left the match. So it's like, okay, I mean, at the time it would look like a victory, but actually it's probably the worst way to be. But that was younger left. That was literally like 10 years ago left. So that's very different now.
What changed?
That's probably the worst.
What changed,
man? I am actually.
No, but like what changed ever since? Yeah, like I myself am still making mistakes. I'm still learning, even though I'm like 31. I'm still really learning. Like if I look back at when I started at 27 years old, or when I joined Twitch back when I was 26, I see myself, and I wish oh my god, I wish I could go back and just change what happened, or like not do this, or tell myself don't do this. But then I remember that this is probably something that the world has written, or like probably is the way the world wants it to work, like it's probably for the best.
Well, you grow every time you hit an obstacle, right?
Yeah.
So whenever you as long as you acknowledge it and you sort of identify that as being a problem, and then as long as you have a solution to that problem, then that's okay. As long as, that's, so for me, what you asked me what's changed, it would be that self-reflection. Yeah. So playing games that, not playing games rather, that don't bring that out of you. So, or knowing if you've got an issue like that, don't turn chat on. So it takes steps to mitigate, right, that kind of problem. And so always self-reflect, right? Always, not just for like doing better at things, but like being happier,
Oh yeah.
Being happier and not letting that kind of haunt you.
Oh yeah.
Because like I heard recently that I heard that it's like 90 seconds for your brain to release those like anger endorphins. I'm not sure how true it is, but if after 90 seconds, the rest of that is on the person to carry that anger forward. So again, not sure if that's 100% accurate, but if you look at it this way, if I've been asked how can someone stay happy, or why am I happy most of the time? Most of it is because I don't hold on to the negativity, right? So I deal with it, I address it. If I can find a solution, then I package it up and I try and solve it. If I can't solve it, I don't let it haunt me. And I don't don't let it sort of fester. Deal with it right away.
Oh yeah. All right. So now on this news, in this like next segment, we're gonna talk a bit more about different stuff. Let's talk about gaming, like recent releases, and let's just be the judges instead of being gamers. Let's be the critics for once.
Sure. Anything in particular you want to start with?
What are your thoughts about how the Switch 2 is being handled, the prices and the games and stuff?
Yeah, okay. So I'm not a Switch user or player, however, so take my criticism with a pinch of salt, as I'm not directly the one using it. I don't think they've handled it well, and the reason why stems from how they've approached their customers and how they treat their customers or value their customers. So Nintendo being Nintendo, I think that they want to exercise extreme control over the Switch user base because they're worried about people augmenting or changing their hardware. But I know that consumer law, I'm pretty sure, consumer law states that once you purchase the hardware, you also do as you wish with it. So the overreach from Nintendo from a hardware perspective and like a consumer rights perspective is what kind of ruffles my feathers. Like, what is the reason behind having that extreme control? And then two is how games are sold. So no longer do you have that physical hardware where you pop it into your Switch or your console, right? Because it's a console. And the data doesn't reside on the chip, it resides on a connection to their server. Again, that reliance on Nintendo's data centers. And why is that bad? I think the lack of complete ownership is a problem, because if you aren't connected to the internet or you want to go and take it offline, you don't have that access, is my understanding to Switch's way of working. You must be connected. You must be talking to Nintendo's data centers, and as a result, you have a dependency on them. So the problem with that is they can command crazy prices, right? And you're kind of snookered. I guess it doesn't really change from Nintendo's perspective with Switch, so that's not really a major surprise. But I think it's more just giving more and more away to those companies where you get less and less control. And not being able to take it home and play it offline is a big loss for me if I was a console owner. Like, why do I need the net? Why do I have to be connected to the servers? And to me, it all comes down to piracy. And that fear of piracy, I think, from Nintendo being an issue. Like, bootlegging and losing money, right? Losing money, it'll come down to money, right?
They've been kind of doing that like for as long as I can remember, since probably the DS days, because I still have my Nintendo DS. I still have some pirated games. I still have a lot of things, and I need to probably upgrade the software on my what's it called?
Like on the console itself, like
on the cartridge, like the R4. I need to update the software.
Oh, right.
Because it expired in a few years ago. So I could be able to play those pirated games again. So I could be able to have access to those games. Because nowadays, like streaming services such as Netflix and the others have been, people have been going back to piracy. Like the prices on these streaming platforms has been crazy. Like, here in my country, Netflix, for the lowest screens, like 2 screens or 1 screen, it's like $10. It used to be $5.
Yikes.
For having 3 people is $15. For the maximum one is like $21. I'm like, bruh.
Yikes.
Like, plus content comes and goes. Not everything is on Netflix. Most of my shows are on Hulu. Hulu is only North America, or like the Americas, as we call them. I don't know if it's available in South America, but it's mostly North America. So I'd rather have plus Disney Plus. You know how I love The Simpsons. Disney Plus has The Simpsons. We don't have Disney Plus here. It's merged with OSN. It's merged with Orbit Showtime Network, a thing that we have here.
Okay.
And most of the episodes that are on there are either censored, restricted, or just cleaned out. Like there's a moment where like
That's weird.
Homer thinks of a blasphemy or a blasphemous moment about Jesus, and then all we see is the bubble, and then the bubble closing, like opening and closing. Like we don't even see that
What the
scene,
heck?
for example. Yeah, that's the
Wow.
censorship they have here, because it's, I don't know, like it's based in Saudi Arabia, and like, you know, the restrictions with like
Oh,
the
I
Middle
see.
East.
I see.
We here, given that it's mostly a Christian country, that our content is different. Like I myself, I don't feel like I belong here, like culture wise,
Right.
because I'm more exposed into like, I don't know, more of the American cultures, more of the European cultures. So I know what's the plus side and what's not. But like, do you endorse piracy or are you against it if it comes to this?
For me, I would be against piracy, but the way I see it is I'd rather just not consume the content.
Yeah.
So I vote with my wallet. So, for example, can I combat it? So, NVIDIA graphics cards. I know it's not piracy. But it's more about getting companies to change, right? So the only way you're going to get a company to change is if it hits the bottom line. I don't think piracy is a great answer for me, at least for me, because it doesn't solve the problem, right? So it's getting what you want as a consumer, but people are still making the content, right? People are still putting, time and effort into creating it. So I bridge the gap by saying, well, I just won't watch it. I just won't support it. So that's how I combat it. If I don't want to be part of the problem, I won't be involved at all, and I'll just walk away. There are other ways I can get my watch it as well, but if it's paying, if I really want the content and they want to charge that amount of money, then I will pay for it. But if I don't think that the value's there, then I'm not going to pirate it to get around it, because of the artists that are involved in it and all that kind of spiel, where they're not getting the money, right? The artists aren't getting the money. The platform is. So if you can find or get access to the movies and films you want at a lower price, possibly, or buying it directly through like a DVD option for Amazon, for example, that could be an alternative. So there are other options. I don't think piracy is my go-to. I don't think I would ever do piracy, which aligns to it, considering have I ever stolen anything? That to me would be a no, right?
Yeah.
Like, so at least not knowingly, put simply.
Oh yeah, no, I like here in a third world country that I live in, we have a lot of like piracy. People don't give a
I can
crap.
imagine, yeah.
People don't give a crap about it, basically, because I still own pirated DVDs. I still own like all my media. I have over 5,000 DVDs that are collecting dust in the
Oh goodness.
like in storage. And I have yet to move any of them because I really need like an 8 terabyte or something, like an external hard disk that can withstand the test of time.
Oh yeah, you'll need a lot of room if you want to store that kind of content.
Oh yeah. Plus the DVD players, and those are like less and less nowadays.
Oh yeah, true. But that's interesting as well with the Switch console situation as well, right?
Yeah.
The lockdown on piracy. But I heard they can turn off your console, and I think that's the problem that I have.
Yeah.
I have a problem with companies when I've bought their equipment controlling what I do with that equipment. It's not like I'm doing anything nefarious with it, but some people are, and I guess the larger population pays for the minority that do that. But it also, I want to respect. If you buy something off me, Blue, right? I give you a mouse, okay? Yeah. I'm not going to go to your house and turn off your mouse because you replaced one of the left click buttons, right? That doesn't make sense to me. So, but at the same token, they want control enough to go, well, you're pirating my product. So what they could do is turn the game off. I don't necessarily have a problem with that, where if they notice that you've got a pirated game, then they can turn that off. But having your hardware locked out seems unfathomable to me, because you've still paid for that product. That product is legitimate. It's from Nintendo. It's a product you've bought with your own money, and you own that product, right? As it changes hands. So that's where the fine line of the legal part comes in for me. But I don't really have an issue if you've got like an R4, for example, where if they noticed it, they would turn it off, because technically that would be illegal to them, right?
I think
so
that's old technology, and I don't think because
Yeah.
the DS isn't connected. My DS at least isn't connected to the internet. So as for the Switch,
it wouldn't be that. Yeah, like it wouldn't be like Nintendo noticing that and turning it off. But like ethically, I understand why they want to do that, because it's hitting their bottom line, right? Everything's on the bottom line.
But like still, I'm with piracy because everything's expensive, dude. Like, okay, we know that the world is going through like, let's not call it a phase, but like a very, very harsh times, and like just give us something to breathe through. Like, give us, I don't know, like give us I don't know.
You're looking for an outlet, right? That's what you're looking for, an outlet to relax and have a good time.
Like, okay, like people, let's say they find, let's say Movie Box, for example. It has all the movies, all the series. I used to use that. $3 or $4 a month, I get access to everything.
Nice.
I get access to releases, even though it's pirated, but they work at like making it not pirated, as in like first class content, but they would tell you if it's good quality or bad quality. So just give access to people, make things easier. What I aim to do one day in life, and I know I might not achieve it because it's such a hassle and such a long process, but I want to get a platform where all of the abandonware games are being sold, but at a very, very reasonable price. Let's say The Sims 2, before it came back to Steam and those, let's say we could contact EA, tell them, hey, we want to make a deal with you, like you get, let's say 50-50, or if they want 75, I don't mind, just let us sell this of the commissions for people. Like, we can resell the games, like The Simpsons Hit and Run is not sold anywhere. The Simpsons game is not available anywhere. Over the Hedge, the game is not available anywhere. Like those retro games, I still love them. I know that GOG might have these, but like
I was thinking like, that's what GOG does.
GOG doesn't have all of them. So these are the the target. This is target that I want. Like The Simpsons. If The Simpsons Hit and Run was on GOG, I would buy it without hesitation, even if it's $117. I don't care. But what I want to do is like bring Bully, for example, even if it's Rockstar, like all of those beloved games, like Manhunt, all of those beloved games, all of these thingies, bring them together in one place called Abandonware.
I think it's a good idea. I think you're right. It's going to be challenging. I think for me, like it's also the concept of like copyright, right? It's all about copyright and when things sort of phase out of copyright. So you could probably do like a platform now that looks at anything past like 100 years, or maybe not 100 years, but like, well, it might have to be. I'm not sure what the gaming legislation is around like when things cease to be copyright. Maybe like it's a year or 2 or 5 years or 10 years for games or more. But you could look at that and start your collection there. You could have it like on a web post. But for me, like when it comes to piracy, I think the difference is it isn't required. I don't need it to live, and I can do other things in my life that don't rely on just what I want to do. So in other words, I could meet up with a friend, I could play some board games. I don't have to consume that media to enjoy myself, right? So that's my perspective. If it's food, totally different ballpark. Like I understand, like one's about living, like being able to live, and the other one's about living your life. So when it comes to piracy, that's why I always like, I don't condone it. But I understand in the world we live in, people do it, just not me. So that's just how, I mean, it's because you asked me like, what's my opinion, right? So that's how I see it on my end. But
but let's talk about upcoming releases. Some of them, like which ones are you mostly looking into?
So for me, just one of the games I'm looking to just came out. It just dropped. It's called Silksong.
Yeah.
And I'm
Hollow Knight.
I cannot wait. Hollow Knight still, Hollow Knight. Yeah. I cannot wait.
I'm looking at it right now. It's not that expensive,
yeah.
It's like $20.
No, that's why it's such a good drop for perfect timing. Perfect timing. So I've been looking for a game to play recently, and that one has just come out, so I'm ecstatic, to say the least. What are some other really good ones that I've been waiting for to come out? Not many, to be honest, because a lot of them are on Game Pass. They just come out. I mean, Xbox Game Pass has Hollow Knight Silksong on it. And I know you can't get access to Game Pass, at least not without a VPN, perhaps. But Warhammer 40k is on there as well. Wuchang Fallen Feathers, all the games I play, I get through Game Pass. So this is just another win for them. No Man's Sky is really good, but what I'm waiting for is The Outer Worlds 2. So that's not out yet. At the end of the year, and it's basically like a space version of Oblivion, like Skyrim, Oblivion, Bethesda kind of game, like a role-playing game, action role-playing, first person. And it's coming out when? It doesn't say. What does it say? Play. What does it say? No, it doesn't say anything. I've got it preloaded. That's how much I'm like, I cannot wait for it to come out. But yeah, that's what I'm waiting for at the moment, because it kind of scratches that itch for role-playing elements, so leveling up. But in space with goofy line delivery, crazy narrative, funny characters, and something I can kind of, check my brain out when I play it and just walk through and make my own choices. Possibly one that I can stream. For horror games, there is one coming out as well. A horror game called, I think it's called like The Circus. No, The Carnival? Something Carnival?
I have no idea.
I'll do a quick search. So Carnival with like rabbits, right? It's and it's a horror game, right? And it's very similar. It's called Carnival Hunt.
Ooh.
Carnival Hunt, and it is. I'll send you a link in chat if you ever want to check it out.
Oh my
here you go.
God, that looks terrifying.
Terrifying? Yeah. I cannot wait. So the premise is one player acts as the carnival hunter, which is an animatronic.
What the heck is that picture?
Yeah, it's so good. And one person picks up dolls and like rabbit dolls, but one of them's real and one of them's a player. And your goal as the hunter is to find which one's which, and they got to run from you. It's so cool.
Oh
so
my
I
God.
recommend that. I cannot wait.
Planned release date is 2026.
Yeah, it's far away. But you might get access to what is it? A beta access, maybe. Yeah, playtest. Yeah, I hope so.
Because I remember you invited me one time to a playtest. I still haven't played it.
Which one is it?
I forgot actually.
It must have been one that I thought you would enjoy, but it might be too scary.
No. It wasn't scary.
No?
Hold on.
I know what it is. Deadlock.
Deadlock.
I think it might be Deadlock.
Deadlock. Yep.
Because that's like a MOBA, first-person MOBA-inspired game.
Oh.
Third person? Sorry, third person.
I hope.
Yeah, like League.
Oh.
Yeah. It's really good, but I haven't touched it for a while. But it's more of a team game, obviously.
Okay.
But yeah, it's basically a free version, third person. Deadlock's pretty popular. I think I saw Jeff playing it at one point, and it was really fun to watch.
Don't think Jeff has ever played this.
No. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I must be mistaken. I must have gotten the wrong person.
Yeah.
But I thought Jeff.
Hell is Us. Okay. Hell is Us. That's what he was playing.
Oh, Hell is Us. I've never heard of that one either.
It's kind of like a spooky, very easy Souls-like game. Like, it's not a Souls-like game. It's super easy, but it has that spooky aspect to it.
It sounds like fun. It sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What other games I'm looking forward to? I think there was one other one. Oh, Titan's Quest 2. So that one's I've bought the early access, and that's coming out this year. I think Titan's Quest 2 is in my playlist. I played 9.5 hours just on the beta, and it is insanely fun. So I really recommend that. What else is there? I think that's pretty much it for now. I can't think of anything else that jumps out at me. Maybe Path of Exile 2. But I mean, that game, I played 201 hours of that already. And that's still in early access.
Oh my
God. We have LAN parties every weekend.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Like, almost every weekend.
Yeah. I remember.
So all of us.
I think you've streamed it at some point.
No, not yet, because our friends are scared to say my name, so they're very scared. So they're refraining. So they're very sweet. But yeah, so on the LAN party on the weekends, every 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks, and we've played about 200. We've played 201.8 hours on Path of Exile. Recently, a new patch has come out. I might even play it on stream, like just to play it for fun. And I'm doing the monk build where I just beat the shit out of everything with my hands, which is what I love doing. Just the freaking one punch after the other.
Yeah.
Trying to make a Jedi build. My Jedi build in the previous Path of Exile patch was like a staff, and he would spin, and he would shoot like electric energy in every direction, and a wave of like sand and dust in front of him. So everything was blinded, electrified, stunned, and exploding. It was crazy. And meanwhile, he's doing flips. I focused on attack speed, so I was like punching like 3 times or 2 times per second. It was insane. So I cannot wait to do it with this monk, because they brought out this thing called Hollow Fist or Hollow Palm, which means every staff-based perk or skill transfers or translates to your hand-to-hand combat. So you take off your weapons and you only use your unarmed, and you beat the shit out of everything with your unarmed. Yeah, it's so cool. So yeah, that's the games I'm playing and looking forward to being fully released.
Yeah, mine would be, even though people are very skeptical about this, but probably the biggest excitement for me this year, aside from Assassin's Creed Shadows, which was really good, and I highly recommend it. People have been giving it like mixed reviews because they're like, oh well, there's an African American guy, or there's a person of color. That person of color in Japan is a true story. He's partially Portuguese, but he moved to Japan at some point in history. Everything is true. The game, they pushed it forward because they saw it was unoptimized. It did have crashes, but they patched that out immediately. So it went from being unoptimized, then delayed before its release, and then like there was of course nothing is prone to be perfect or like meant to be perfect, but like everything will be fixed sporadically and slowly. So they patched that out because I'm playing on console. How often does a console game crash?
Often, really. Not really.
Yeah. But like,
if at all.
Yeah, I love what they did, and the next installment is gonna be during the witch trials in Germany and in Italy.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Goodness. You know, you mentioned about Yasuke, right? He's the African American dude. Yeah. So I think the big kickback, because you mentioned it's all true.
Yeah.
So I think the kickback from that, the only counterpoint that I've heard, is that Japan was going to sue Ubisoft, or they are. I think the Diet, which is like they're like the Japanese regulatory body for like everything Japan and culture and food. They were saying that I think Yasuke either didn't exist, or the narrative was like part of like a false leak cycle, or I think the guy that made it like wrote about Yasuke, like lied, like he left the university. I'm trying to pull back my memories from when the big controversy was around, but I heard, it's in my opinion at least, or my understanding, I could be wrong, that it was made up completely and enforced as a real narrative, and I think that's why Japan is suing Ubisoft. I think
Are they?
because it was proposed to be. Yeah, I'll double check. Like, is Ubisoft is Japan suing Ubisoft? I know Diet were super pissed off. Like, they filed a lawsuit against against Ubisoft and banned the game in Japan.
Wow.
Let me find because they were saying, like, you know, there's one really specific example about the shrine. They were releasing this like model, right, with a shrine, like a 3D printed shrine, and that shrine I think is also inaccurate. Like I don't think that existed, or it's incorrectly structured. And and the outset, it looks like, oh, like, who cares, right? But I can understand, like, if your culture was being misrepresented to the entirety of the world and then construed in a completely different light with the wrong information, and I can understand why people are being so upset and being pissed off. Enough for I'll get the exact, like, what is Japan doing specifically? The Prime Minister of Japan responded to it. In regards to it, let's have a look. Much delayed, blah 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 blah. So how to address this legally is something we need to discuss with the Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry, Ministry of Education, Sports, Science, Technology, and this is Prime Minister Ishiba defacing a shrine. Okay, so this is the issue. They basically got the wrong shrine. I think someone did a Google search. They grabbed the wrong one with a lack of research from Ubisoft.
Oh, wow.
And Japan said they are defacing a shrine, and they said it's out of the question. It's an insult to the nation itself. When the self-defense force were deployed to Samawa, Iraq, we ensured they studied Islamic customs beforehand. He's making a comparison between what Japan does with regards to culture versus what's been done to them against their culture with this game.
They mentioned Iraq. Iraq was Mirage.
Yes. I think they're just drawing a distinction between what you should and shouldn't do. And they're saying we went and spent the time.
Because I know that Mirage is a short game sandwiched between two big games. Like Valhalla was 60 hours, while Shadows is 61 hours. And then you have Mirage, that's a prequel to Valhalla, but that comes after Valhalla. Which is 15 and a half hours. So
are you saying that the length of time is what you mean? Like, is that you're referring to?
I'm just comparing. I love that. And like, have you noticed that ever since Origins, they tried to do a soft reboot of the series?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because if you notice, like, Syndicate had a different menu, had a different UI, had a different overlay and everything. And then they changed the game mechanics, the controls and everything. And you look at Origins, it's like a complete overhaul. I'm not talking graphics. I'm talking about gameplay mechanics, story narratives, the way you loot chests. You don't have any more. Yeah, you don't have any more. Even though Syndicate is my favorite Assassin's Creed game, because it's very close to history in our time. Like, it's set in the 19th century, and because it has, at some point, it has those horror aspects. Like, it has Jack the Ripper. If you have the DLC.
Oh wow! Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the darkness of it, like the dark of it, and people know how much I hate Black Flag, even though it's a fan favorite.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, Black Flag looks like visually gorgeous and it plays mechanically superbly, I think. But I haven't played it myself, but I heard it's good.
It doesn't ring a bell for me. Like, my bottom two are Black Flag and Valhalla, because they both...
Yeah, me too.
They both, like, Valhalla was big, like, for nothing. Like, okay, open fields... I love the mythology. I love the fantasy realm, but okay, let's say what's his name takes a sip of that magical water or whatever you call it, and then he falls asleep and goes into Fantasyland. Usually you have a map, you have like markers that guide you. Once you're in Fantasyland, the game is like, well,
nothing.
You're on your own, pal. We're not going to help you.
I hate that.
Yeah. And then there's a mission where I literally said the C word that you guys use, because it was off stream, because the wolf was level 90 and I was level 55, and I had to progress. I had to kill the wolf. There's no workaround. There's no other way.
Damn.
I couldn't do anything. Everywhere, and it was in a very high area, so I had to be sneaky and stealthy. Or maybe I did something wrong, I don't know, but like, for me, it was tedious. And after 5 tries, I managed to glitch the wolf. The wolf literally froze. All I could see moving was his head, and I beat the crap out of him. And I was like, you fucking cunt, you fucking bitch, you. I kept swearing left and right.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Valhalla is buggy and also my least favorite. I haven't played Black Flag, but Valhalla, I played a couple of I played Odyssey. I love Odyssey. But Valhalla is the worst for me. Like I could not stand it. I put it down.
They should remake the very first, like the OG Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'd play that.
Yeah, it is set in my area, like where I am, in the Holy Land, as they call it. Plus, the OG Assassin's Creed is not being given enough love, like the love it deserves. It is the game, Ubisoft. It's the game that started your franchise. Give it some love.
Yeah,
it's available on PC,
I agree.
but still, like when Calf Master played the first one, it didn't freeze. It like skipped every 10 seconds. Like
frame skip,
not frame skip. It would everything would the music would be running, the application would not say it's frozen or anything. Everyone just freezes in place for like 3 seconds, and then he can continue. Like it was very weird, and it was on PC.
It is weird.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. And then I don't
Unfortunate.
know. Like, the next one is, as I said, set during the witch trials in Germany and Italy.
That sounds cool.
I am so excited for it. But
yeah.
What are your opinions on what's it called? Little Nightmares 2. Are you excited for it?
Oh yeah.
Little Nightmares 3.
Wait, is it 3? 3? No, I got you. 3. I know what you meant. I am looking forward to it. Number 1 was spectacular for me because it's all brand new. Number 2 was good. I enjoyed it, but I felt like a little bit slow. Maybe I'm trying to recall how I felt about number 2. Number 3, I'm hoping they kind of go back to their roots and maybe have more horror elements. I would like more on the freakier side. I thought number 2 was not as scary as number 1. And it sort of repeated the same like tropes within its own universe. Like I get it. I get the TV, I get the hollows, the echoes, I get it, but I would have liked some more new content within the game. I'm hoping they've learned for number 2 and 1 to have a merger of both. So have a repeat trope running, but always try and find new ways to scare, freak out, or creep out the player. I didn't think there was enough of that in number 2, but number 3, I really hope they sort of take stock of that.
Oh yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Let's say I've been watching a video today about like games that should have stayed or like should not come back, or like they should be put to sleep. Like for example, Halo. The last Halo was okay, but like if they milk the franchise even more, people don't see it going anywhere. For example, like I think they should put the Call of Duty to rest, or just make it every 2 or 3 years. And then the FIFA franchise, like, are you with or against this method of like, okay, branding the games, not changing anything, just let's say FIFA 24, same thing, probably just change the jerseys, change what they wear, change the ball, then rebrand it as 2025, sell it to the public for the same price of $60 every year.
Am I for or against that sales tactic? Is that the query?
Yes.
Okay. I don't support it. I don't think it's a good use of like artists' time. But I understand why they do it, because people keep paying for it. So if people stop paying for it, that would change how they operate. So I think what they should do is they should do a subscription service, an annual service that charges the same amount, but it's a live service that continues to bring in things like jerseys and skins and mods and all sorts of stuff. Make a big thing out of it instead of making a on the side hustle to float up to other games. It kind of seems to me they're not putting the energy and love into it that they could do if they were to maybe make it an ongoing service. I know a lot of people would disagree with me on that, like a lot, but it's a hypothetical that I'm putting forward that could be, if they did have the resources and the time and the passion to do it, could bring FIFA into a whole different level of quality. But I understand why they do what they do now, because it simply works. And all that's going to happen is it's going to go from 60 to 70 to 80 to 100.
Like
that's what's going to happen.
Like PES, Pro Evolution Soccer, it used to be like a thing up to, I think, 2020 or something. And then they rebranded it to esports
And then that just sat the price up.
No. It's free, but you either subscribe to it in some sort of way, but they don't release it every year. It's just a game. It's subscription based. They update it. It's kind of like
live service.
Yeah.
I think normally I'm against it for most games, but I'm not against it for games that have that I guess that sales pitch or that sales structure where they have basically the same game, right? So why would you re-release the same game? So unlike, let's say like Pal World, I wouldn't have a subscription to that because it's a one-off purchase. It has finite goals. It hasn't got any major changes, right? It's just a game that's in its own right, stays the same most of the time.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But when you've got like a real life comparison game where it pulls in data from real life and it has licenses constantly changing and all these things are in flux all the time, I wouldn't release a game statically because also it pigeonholes the game. That once I've got these licenses, I'm stuck. What if a new license comes in, Blue, where I've got a player that that's just been brought in that I love, and they've changed teams? It would make sense to have a live subscription service where that company, like Ubisoft or whoever runs FIFA, I think is it Ubisoft that runs FIFA or is it EA? EA, it's EA. I'm sure of it. They would then go.
It's EA.
It's EA. Yeah. I'm looking at the cover in my brain. I'm trying to recall what it looked like when I was a kid. So EA would just be like, oh yeah, no worries, license has changed. Let's just change the person on that team to make it relevant. People would love that way more than having a locked in time and space game that has a character that doesn't belong in a team that they've left.
Or probably just update it, like release it as a one-time thing. Like, okay, have microtransactions, have everything, but just like do not release the game every year. I'm with them making it like a 4-year thing, like just for the World Cup. I am so down with this. I still play the 2020 version. Maybe even I should have gotten the one from last year because last year was also a World Cup, or I think so.
Oh, nice.
I no, next year is the World Cup actually. No, so
all right.
It's because I got confused because there's like 2018 and then 2022, but 2022 was like kind of still the lockdown period, so I don't think they did. I guess they didn't make a World Cup, or they postponed it like a year after. Hold on. FIFA World Cup. Oh yeah, the one in Qatar was 2022. No, they made it in November through December because in Qatar temperatures would go up to 50 degrees.
Wow, gosh.
Yes.
That's crazy.
So I would buy the 2022 one, for example. The 2018 one, I still play it. I would probably get the one next year. So these games, these things I would get. Like I'm for, not against, but don't make it a yearly thing, if you know what I mean. Like Call of Duty needs more optimization. Call of Duty needs more love because it's on the verge of dying.
Is it? I haven't played it in a while, but I guess that's the point in case, right? I used to play Call of Duty and Black Ops all the time.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's where my when I was a kid, I used to play like Counter-Strike and Call of Duty, and I've started playing Medal of Honor a lot as well. There's a lot. I like the era. The era is cool. Yeah. But Battlefield, you know what? Battlefield 6. That you asked me like what I'm looking forward to. Battlefield 6. I'm looking forward to that. I really want to play that, but I'm not paying the amount they're asking. It's too much. I think it was like 100 and like I'll double check what it is right now in Australia. Battlefield 6 price. It's ridiculous. Like it's crazy money. I think tell a lie. It's still $100. $134 for PS5. On PC, if I'm looking at Electronic Arts like page, I think they're selling it $109.95 to pre-order it. Which is a lot for them.
What the fuck, EA? Just EA should work on fixing The Sims first and foremost. It's the franchise that
makes money, man.
Makes them billions.
Yeah, but I think this is going to make them just as much because people have been waiting for a new Battlefield in so long. And I understand, but I'm not paying. I think I saw the deluxe version as well. I think it's crazy. I think the deluxe version was actually nuts. it was, where is it? I can't seem to find it conveniently at the moment. $149.95. I'm never going to pay that much for a premium edition. Yeah. EB Games selling it for $150. So I'm never going to pay that for any game. Never. I'm going to probably wait for it to go either on the pass, if it ever comes to the pass, or I'll get it for like $50 somehow. I'll try and find a way, get a discount somehow. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm not saying spending $150 is bad, right? But for me, that's way out of my price range for a singular game. That's like 3 games for me. So no, thank you. I will play maybe on a beta-free weekend or something like that and test it. Or if my friends buy it, that's the kicker. If my friends buy it and they're like, "Hey, Left, come join us in a 10-player match," I'm like, ugh. I've got to, because there's no way I can have 9 of my friends or 10 of my friends playing and getting experiences. That's what they want though. They're relying on that peer pressure effect, and it works. It works. Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it on Game Pass if they do it. But probably not, because it's EA. Is it? No, Ubisoft. Ubi?
Which one?
Yeah, I don't blame them. No, it's EA. It's EA.
For
Battlefield 6.
EA, of course. Because I think Battlefield is one of those games that if Battlefield 6 was dull and people didn't like it because not Battlefield 5, but there was like something after Battlefield 5 that had Battlefield something, and people didn't like 2042. I think so. Yeah. Yeah,
2042.
People didn't like that.
Oh, there's actually 2042 was after Battlefield 2, I think, and then the one after Battlefield 5 was a bunch of expansions. And I have this discussion with my friends all the time, Blue, about what you shouldn't do when you have a game that's working. And you should not release expansions that separate your player base from another player base. Yeah. So what you end up having, right, is you got Battlefield 5, brings in a bunch of expansions, right? And then segregates those players from the others. So those players that have bought the expansion don't play the original. And then you've got one game being turned into 2 or 3 games. So you're splitting your entire demographic into 3 different tiers. I hope they've learned their lesson.
Like, for example, Subnautica Below Zero was supposed to be a DLC for Subnautica. But then they were like, we have enough content for a new game. Why not release it as a new game? I am not looking forward to Subnautica 2 because I played the first one. First-person games don't attract me that much unless there's zombies involved. By the way, September, I am happy and like upset at the same time because Dying Light: The Beast was supposed to release on my birthday on August 21st, but then they pushed it to September to optimize it even more.
You know what? I know that's awful, but you know how Dying Light
September
is, man.
19th,
like Dying Light is like rubbishly optimized. I've never had a clean run for Dying Light. That's just me, but it's always been rubbish to run. When you're playing it by yourself, it seems okay. But if you try and stream that monster, it just dies.
It's too much. I want to play the second one. I need to play it. I have it, I think, but Epic Games is just like pissing me off at some point. It's like too slow, takes its time. Like, this is the reason why I haven't reinstalled Fortnite yet, even though I had the files for it, and I did it previously on the old installation where I just copy and pasted. First thing, you launch Epic Games, start a game that you have, let it download for like 100 megabytes or so, pause it, and then exit what's it called, exit out of it completely, like completely, copy and paste those old files that you have, relaunch it, and then make sure those files are installed in the same location, in the same location as your initial installment, and then it would verify. But it didn't do that with Fortnite because apparently there are, I don't know, some files that were missing or something. So it's
they just kind of like added them in.
No, it should have updated, not reinstalled.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's such a weird platform.
It is. And now I'm worried to do this with my other games.
Well, I can understand, yeah, because every time you try and run a game, it's got to go through this whole down process all over again.
And I have them installed on the drives. It just doesn't want to read them.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's so bizarre. I never encountered that before.
Yeah. Okay, so you do a lot of giveaways on your stream. How?
Yeah.
Can you tell us the secret of like where you get the keys from? Because you have plenty of keys for Blanc or Blank.
Yeah, Blank and Zelty and much constantly.
As we call it in French, because it's Blanc is the French name for white, the color white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is why the game is white.
Right.
Yes.
I kept thinking for some reason it was black.
But it's
not. No. Yeah.
It's made by French devs.
Huh?
Yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, to answer the question about the keys, normally I get it from like Kinguin or like G2A. Normally they're the kind of two guys I go to. And sometimes you can get like subscriptions to those key places. But I mean, for me, I get my keys from literally all over the place. And if like for Kinguin, for example, you can subscribe to their like premium membership and you can chat to them. So you can just talk to them via email and go, hey, look, I'm a streamer. I'm trying to do giveaways. What kind of deals can you do? For which one? Sorry, for
Keymailer or for what?
No, for Kinguin. Kinguin's so Kinguin and G2A and stuff like that. So they're pretty receptive. They don't. The worst they're going to say is no, and sometimes they give you discounts and stuff like that. So it's just chat to them. I think that's my sort of go-to.
Okay.
For anything that I'm interested in. Like if I want to do voice acting for a game, I'll email a company. I don't sort of hold back when it comes to like what you can't do. Yeah, just reach out to them. And sometimes there's actually like deals you can get through. I'm trying to remember the website. I haven't done it, but you can get sponsored by game key companies as well. So there's that as well. So any sales that you make through that, through that company, you earn a cut. So that's pretty cool too as well, right? So,
wow. But
entirely up to you. Yeah. I haven't done that because I don't sort of like the idea of that sponsorship. I want to just be my own person and, not be beholden to any particular game company.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I generally do. What else? I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. And sign up to their subs.
I use basically a site called G2A. I think either G2A or Driffle, one of them or both of them have like these packs of games. You can buy a pack of 5 games. I've gotten a few AAA games like Killing Floor 2 or those for $5 like in that pack.
Nice.
That explained the giveaway. But now that I discovered Humble Bundle, it's so good.
They're really good, yeah.
They're even better than CD keys. They're even better than any platform. But
nice.
Try to
check it out.
Yeah, try to check G2A. Type in like 5 VIP keys or 5 keys. They give you like literally random games with retro indie games in them. This is how I do the giveaways.
That's great. For me, I go onto Metacritic and I use that as a guide for what game I want to get, and I go hunting for it online.
Yeah, that works too.
So it's kind of just different methodologies and how we kind of get to our into our game keys.
Like last month's game, they give you one expensive game every month on Humble Bundle. This month's game is WWE 2K25. We were speaking about that earlier. Last month was I think they gave me Satisfactory because
great game.
Subscribed to Humble Bundle as a freebie.
Nice. That's great. I'm looking at Humble Bundle right now actually, and they've got like you can pay like $20, you get 3 games. You get Lost Eidolons, Pyrene, The Expanse, which I was playing before.
Yeah.
And $30 gives you access to 2, 4, 6, 7 games.
Yeah. Probably
so
like
that's pretty good. That's
if
pretty
you
good.
Subscribe and you get like the 2K25 key probably swing it my way. Let me try it. Let me see if it works. If not, give it away. Maybe it's region locked. For example, like Eastern Exorcist, Monkey Island, Speed Freaks.
They're great.
Yeah, all of these, like the
Monkey
IGN
Island's so
Plus. IGN Plus, I don't know what it does. I've subscribed for it to it. I don't know what it does actually, but it's a fun platform. Oh no, actually, IGN gives you merch for discounts for like t-shirts and stuff. Okay,
that's snazzy. They've got a really good deal at the moment on Curve Games care package for $13. You get 6 games, and 60% off for the King #2.
Oh, hold on, Curve Games care package.
Yeah, I'll send you a link so you can see it.
Oh no, I have it here.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Oh yeah, the same link. Which ones you said? Badlands Crew or?
This
Fish.
one's.
Okay.
Yeah, Iron Fish is really good. It's actually not a bad deal. The only catch is, I don't know if they're global keys. So what you're buying might only be accessible to Australians or to your area. I'm not sure.
Oh.
It doesn't sort of say. Right, I'm not sure. Right, it doesn't say. It says redeem on Steam. Please review the Steam requirements prior, but it doesn't say like it's region locked at all.
Which one?
The bundle that's there, the Curve Games bundle, the care package. It doesn't say it's region locked. Yeah, so you could be okay.
Okay, let's try.
Yeah.
But besides that, what are the plans for the futures? Like, are you planning on implementing stuff? What are the games you like playing recently? Tell us a bit, like, to the people who have just discovered or to the new people listening. Tell us a bit about the channel. Tell them a bit about like what you play, what you like doing, what you plan for the future.
Oh, thanks, Blue. So I stream Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so like 7 p.m. Western Australian time. And I mainly play horror games, like DBD. I would consider like Dead by Daylight as a horror game, competitive horror games mainly. And then I swap around with like anomaly observations, so like those spotting the difference with horror, which is kind of strange. I think like Who's at the Door. There's one I just got called Parking Garage Anomaly. Anomaly game is basically, I'm not sure if your listeners are aware, it's basically you go through one room and you go back to that room and you got to spot any differences. And those differences are normally scary or spooky or strange. And I love those kind of games. I love them. And then I'm going to probably branch off into maybe some like action RPGs, kind of like Path of Exile 2. Play a little bit of that, see what's out there and see if that's a potential growth opportunity and spend more time playing Peak and Repo. Actually, I've had such fun this week. For example, we had 9 or 8 players on the Wednesday, and we had 7 players.
Wow.
Sorry, not 7. We had like 5 players on the Thursday.
Oh wow!
And I was like, had a stitch from laughing. And also yesterday. Yesterday.
Oh yeah,
Thursday,
the tornadoes. I went to Sly 30's chat the other day, and I was like, "I unleash the tornado." He was like, "Is Left alive?" I'm like, "No, I'm unleashing it on you as a revenge."
I had 6 tornadoes that stream. 6,
and it wasn't even the tornado map.
No, it was just because I had crowd control on, and I really like crowd control. And basically, 6 tornadoes. I think I got ticks attached to me like 8 times. I needed my friends to get rid of the ticks off of me, and then I slipped up, and one friend of mine, Zini, actually killed me outright. Like actually spent bits to just kill me. I died. Oh my god! So I'm like, deleted. So that was insane. So makes for fun clips. And also it was an absolute riot. And we did pretty well, surprisingly, despite being cursed.
The one time I get Mesa or the new map, the desert map, the one time I make it halfway without the tornado and I make it past where I usually die. I fall head first onto a cactus, and then instead of picking just the thorns, I have a big chunk in my hand, like a big circle. And the smart ass that is me tried yeeting it off, and then my other hand got stuck to it. I was like, well, I don't have any hope. My friends are further ahead of me. I threw myself down. I'm like, fuck, I'm not dead yet. So I just did very unspeakable ways to just kill myself in the game and move on, because I couldn't progress. Like, I couldn't eat it off. My friends were far. I couldn't climb.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Have you played it with crowd control yet?
Oh my god. The only game I played with crowd control was Repo.
Oh, mate, you got to give Peak a shot with crowd control. It's fantastic.
Oh my god, I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
as you should be. As you should be. It's ridiculously fun.
I'm brittle.
It's you brittle bones.
Yeah.
But I recommend it if you want like pure chaos. I think as well, like I'll do like a solo version so I can sort of, see how it works on a solo tier.
Oh yeah.
And not have to worry about, like, maybe I'll disable tornadoes for solo because it just slows down the gameplay for some, but my friends can keep going, you know what I mean?
Or maybe like put a long cooldown on it.
Yes, that's true. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, a long cooldown's a good option.
Like an hour, at one tornado each hour, for example.
Yes, true. That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
Because I mean that way it disrupts, but not too much.
Or you could even up the price for the tornado. For example, like make it 1,000 per tornado, for example.
Yeah, that's fair. I always found like the price sensitivities also can be an issue, so I try and keep them as they are, and then I just make the distance longer.
Oh yeah.
Because in that way, people don't sort of feel like they're being priced out of that as well. That makes sense. But yeah, that's the goal for the upcoming weeks and months. Here's to another year of streaming.
That's fair. That was really an exhilarating episode. I am happy we kind of like caught up, and that was a very, very new thing for me to try out. It's like what have you been doing since then episode. Thank you so much, Lefto, for being on this episode. Even though it's
you're welcome.
It's shorter than the first one, but that's I want to talk more, but that's probably everything I have in mind actually.
Great. And I mean, I'll see you on stream anyway, so I'll be jamming in your stream. And
before I forget, let's actually play a game you haven't played back then, which is called Rename the Game. It's a very quick game.
Okay, sure.
The goal of this game is to come up with like or change one word from the game title, which should have like 2 or more words in it, and then replace them with or 2 words. One word, but the game has to be 2 or more words for it to count. You could use the same franchise, like for example Assassin's Creed Shadows. You could say Mirage again. You could say, as long as it tells what's which one, and replace it with one given word. For example, let's say tornado. For example, we'll take turns. I would say Alan Tornado. You would say Grand Theft Tornado. I would say Assassin's Tornado Mirage. You would say, for example, I don't know, like for the Tornado 2. We'll take turns during the course of 2 minutes.
Okay, yep.
And once to win, you can either call someone out if they said the game already, like the same exact game, doesn't have to be the franchise.
Oh, okay.
Or you, within the time of 2 minutes, when it's over, the last person that said the game will win the game name.
Gotcha.
Today's the word for this episode is left.
Left. Okay, go figure. Okay.
I will start off with
go for it.
Left Simulator.
Perfect. I'll say ready or left.
Assassin's Left Mirage.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna say Titan Left 2.
Cult of the Left.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. I'm gonna do Kaput Left.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Left.
Dead by Left Light.
Oh my god, that's a good one. Tom Clancy's The Left 2.
I like that one. Killing Left 3.
Oh my god. Killing Left 2.
I see what you did there. Fine. Sven Left Off.
Sid Meier's left 7.
Oh, I like that one. I like that one. Ghost left. That works out.
Resident Evil 7 left.
Ooh, I want to be in that game. That's not my left or?
Just left already.
I like that one. Oh wait, can I do like Left for Dead? Left for Dead?
Oh my
yeah, perfect.
god, that's a good one. Left for left 2.
Oh, Left for Left too. What about Mint Left?
The Walking Left.
Ooh, I like that one. Oh, Never Walking Right. The Left 8?
7 Days to Left.
I like that one. June Leftening?
Oh my god. Fallout Left.
Oh, I like that. I love fighting Fallout. Conan Left Isles.
Left the 13th.
Marbles on Left. That's right. They're on me. They're on me.
Warhammer 40,000 Left.
That's a little left. Dandy Left.
Oh my god. I'm blanking out right now.
I can give you a hand. I can give you a hand.
Withering Left.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one. The Expanse, a Left Tail series.
That's a good one. Actually, we went overtime, and you said the last one, so you win.
Hey!
Let's go.
We had some bangers there.
Oh yeah,
we had some bangers.
I could go on and
that
on
was good.
with it. That was fun.
I like Radio Left though. I like that one a lot.
But,
Radio Left is quite good.
But anyways, thank you again, Left, for being a part of this project.
Oh, my pleasure.
Again, and please go check.
My pleasure, man.
Go check LeftClickToHit out, guys.
Thank you.
Basically, know where to find him. The episode handle again. Ever since Left was here, the thumbnail of the episode changed. Some segments were added for the new guests. But anyways, I will
so I'm up to speed.
Yeah, of course. I will. If the podcast stays on for one more year, we would probably have a third Left episode.
Awesome. Sign me up.
All right. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
See ya. Bye.